Doctor, the oncoming storm.
Okay, welcome back to my World of Tanks replays. I'm going to show you a couple of my games in the 82 from the previous patch. Basically, I'm trying to get through all the old replays because the new patch has been out for quite a long time now, and I still haven't updated it because I have old replays to play, to record. So doing a couple of 82 videos here, and so here we are. It's a tier 5 match, which is always good for me, and what can I say? The major flaw in the 82, it's speed. Everybody else is going to get into the fight a long time before I do. So yeah, here I am rolling down. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. This would be so much nicer if the 82 really did that sort of speed. Right, okay, we're getting into the game now. And this is quite a surprising result. This game. You're going to see me doing a lot of that. I got lucky there. I took his track off, which meant he's pinned in place, and before he can really do anything, I've got him. But you'll see a lot of critical hits in this game, unfortunately. I managed to miss a lot of the shots I go for. I missed an opportunity then. It's not that I missed the shots, it's just that I either rush them or miss where I was actually aiming at, and I get a lot of crits. So anyway,
enemy armor is hit. Enemy is hit.
missed that one. Stop for the Panzer, he's being shot at.
Critical hit.
Another critical hit.
Ricochet.
A ricochet rather than a critical hit. Another ricochet.
Enemy armor is damaged. Track hit. We've lost a track.
And now I'm tracked and can't do anything.
Track fixed. Let's roll.
Another missed opportunity there. I don't know if I was ever going to hit it with that shot, but the cars ate it and the tank didn't, so what are you going to do? And I hate this block in the middle of the road here. I always hit this forgetting that it isn't going to crumple, it's just going to get in my way. Before, when there was no train there, that bit was fine, but now there's a train there, there's not enough room to manoeuvre around here. Got a shot into that KV-1. Now I want this KV-1. And I go hell for leather to get him. He's missed me. I've failed to penetrate him. Didn't even scratch him. But now we're at point blank range and I'm shooting at his weak point. But my gunner's dead, and that's a problem. Tracked him. And basically in doing that, they left me on low health, killed my gunner and wrecked my gun. So the fact is, I'm dead any minute now. I'm surrounded by tanks, so I A, don't want to waste the money repairing my gun, and B, don't want to waste the money healing my gunner. But that means that my tank is severely compromised. Shots like that shouldn't miss, can. But if you look at this, the scores are quite tight at the moment, but not for long.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
We now have 3 tanks left, they have 6 tanks left. From being like 1 tank behind them, they've suddenly got twice as many tanks as us. But one of our guys has cleverly gone for the cap, and so's our other one. And there they are. And bless them. Nobody's come to intercept their cap. They may have killed our artillery, but we have 2 tanks left. They have 6. This should be a win for them, but they were concentrating so much on killing me and then went after artillery, and it's utterly backfired on them. Our guys are going to win this for us by cap. It says it right there in chat. What the fuck? That is definitely a victory grabbed from the jaws of defeat. Snatch doesn't even cover it. They grabbed that from the jaws of defeat. We should have lost that, but hey, while I was being a moron just trying to take on every tank in the world, they did what was required. And so to the results. Well, as you can see, there are a lot of tanks there. I either scouted them, or did some spotting damage on them, or in the case of 4 of them, actually hit them and did them damage. Got myself a couple of awards, got myself the cool headed. That's not one that I really care about. Got myself the high caliber. That's one of the new ones. I like that, but you know, it's proving quite easy to win. It's not going to be. It's better than say the cool headed, but it's nothing like a Top Gun at all. So it's sort of a mediocre award to get. If you look at the team score, I'm there at the top. I did way more damage, got stuck in, and as you saw, had 2 awards. Put me at the top, but honestly, it was the actions of that Stug, who was then joined by our DW2, that won that game for us. I may have got the most XP out of that. I may have done by far the most amount of damage, but it was their action, their quick thinking, and just going for the cap and not worrying about taking. They've got 6 guys left alive, and that should have been a whitewash for them. They should have annihilated us, but somehow we got the win. Looking at the detailed report, of the 36 shots I fired, 5 of them missed, so 31 hit, but 10 of them ricocheted. I knew it was high odds, but that's ridiculous. But I mean, even so, I don't think I was getting out of that alive. The tank that killed me, I had no idea it was there. It took me completely by surprise. Completely well played by it. Unfortunately, one of them at least should have gone back to try and reset the cap. All it would have taken was one of them to do that. Even if he died, the rest could have then got back there in time. But nope, they were too interested in killing me. Potential damage received over 3,000. That's brilliant. Anyway, I really enjoyed that game. Let's show you the next video.
I'm the doctor, the oncoming storm.
Let's go.
Okay, so on to the next game, as previously stated. Once again, it's a tier 5 match. Once again, I'm in my AT2, and this was a video. Well, this was a game that I knew I wanted to make into a video. I didn't really know how to do it at first. I've had several attempts at just trying to make this video, and always it seemed a little unsatisfactory. And so I think clumping it together with the other 82 game is probably the best way of doing it, because this game basically starts really well. It starts awesome. But do you remember I showed that video where I basically trolled that IS-3 in the team match in my tier 1 for a little while? Well, this is a game where that basically happens to me. I'm not playing this like I would any other tank destroyer that I have on this level, where I'd stay back and snipe things from behind that rock. This is one where because this tank has such great armor for its tier, I like to use this tank, or tank destroyer should I say, to get right into the fight, treat it like a heavy tank. And so unlike any other tank destroyer where I'd be shooting from back across the water there, seeing what I could see, with this one I'm getting straight into the fight. You'll see there we got a Panzer 1C and a cruiser up front spotting things. That's all very well, but I genuinely wish they'd stayed back and waited, because this game would have ended very, very differently for me if they had. Right, I'm in a slow tank. That is the major weakness of this tank. All tanks with great armor are slow because they weigh so much, because they've got so much armor. It slows them down. And so you can see I can't do anything to save these guys. They've rushed forward, and before I've even slightly got any sort of hope of helping them, the Crusader is dead. I've taken a hit there. 82, I know where to shoot an 82. However, just because you know where to shoot it, doesn't mean it'll always work out for you. But, you know, if at first you don't succeed, keep shooting the fuck out of it until it dies. So that's their 82, probably the most dangerous tank taken care of. And that's the little git that was injuring me, he's taken care of as well. So, not a bad start, but I'm now up front on my own. And we're losing quite badly. And one of the guys on our team is calling everyone noobs. One of the KV ones. So, he's a helpful player. But look at that, I've got shots across the water. Doesn't mean I can hit him.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
So, not a great bit of sniping by me, but missed again. At last.
Penetration. Ricochet. Enemy is hit.
He's tracked. Don't think that was done by me. And I've got him. Thank fuck for that. Tracked him. Killed him. And now I've got 4 kills. This is going well. Don't get me wrong, we're still losing badly. It's 10-6 to them. But, and of course someone in chat is calling someone a gold noob. I bet you they're not. Stug. Now this I want to worry about. This can hurt me. However, my armor's much better than his. And I'm immobilized. But he's dead. That's kill 5. However, this is where it starts to go wrong for me. The guy who's calling him a gold noob is now justifying it. And this Panzer 1C is just going to completely outmaneuver me. What I really need is help. But my teammates are concentrating on taking out the guys at the cap. Desperately trying to maneuver around. But this tank is just going to be way too fast to maneuver around me. And I've already used my repair kit. Nearly. Oh, I didn't quite get there. And this is it. These two tanks are now going to troll me to death. And I'm going to have lots of grief in chat from people who played much worse than me about how I've played this game. But the fact is, the guys up front have done a good job. The score is now 10-11. They're still winning. It's now 11-11. It's a draw. We've gone from being 4 tanks down to having pulled it back, and I finally got around into one of them. What I should really concentrate on doing now is backing off into that rock, because my weakness is at the back of my tank. There's also the big sodding commander's hatch. There's nothing I can do about that, but if I backed into that rock, it would stop them being able to shoot into the back of me, which is... Here we go. Oh my god, AT.
We've lost a track. Let's roll.
And he's behind me. Haha, noobs, 82 kill.
We fixed the track. Let's go.
Tried ramming him. I didn't think it would work, but it was worth a try. Straight into my weakness, and this is over. 5 kills, and I was owned basically by those two. And of course, they're still thinking it's funny in chat. And I don't like those KV1 drivers on our team. However, I can't knock them because they're still in the match. And frankly, they're going to win this game for us. So, on to the results. Okay, as you can see, it was a victory. Again, it shouldn't have been a victory at one point. However, we made a comeback. But despite my excellent game, or my excellent start to the game, I got completely owned by 2 light tank drivers. And it just goes to show, even a light tank, if it's going up against a single other tank, it shouldn't be able to win, but it can. He outmaneuvered me. He played very well. He had a mate who backed him up. I had backup with me at one point, but they either rushed forward and died, or quite sensibly went back to defend the base. As much as I disliked those KV1 drivers, they did the right thing. There was nothing different they could have done there. I still contributed to the match. Got myself a cool-headed award. You know how I feel about that. I obviously did well because that's a first-class award, although I do have the ace tanker in this. Got it with my Radley Walters medal in the game I named Epic. Feel free to go back and watch that one. Also, did very well on XP, although one of the KV1 drivers, the one that was giving me shit to be fair, did better than me. He did more damage than me. He defended well. He overall had a really good game. He was just mocking me in chat, and I didn't like him for that. But I still had a good game, despite the unfortunate way the match ended. If you look at my detailed report, I fired 35 times, and only missed with 6 of them, but 8 of them failed to pen. And, like in the previous match, 21 penetrations. I didn't know how to show this game because obviously it starts well, but it doesn't end well for me. But it ends well for the team. It's a good result, and it does show how different tanks play. You know, an 82 going head to head with either of those tanks would kill it in no time. However, using your tank to its strengths will allow you to overcome what you shouldn't be able to overcome. They have less armor than me. They have worse guns than me. You saw how many times I was hit there. Look at that, non-penetration hits, 408, and yet he still managed to. Of all those, all came from that little Panzer, and he must have shot me. He must have shot me a lot of times, but most of them failed to pen or do any damage. He was mainly aiming at taking my tracks off to slow me down even more. But I was hit numerous times. He did. If every one of those had penned me, I'd have been and did a serious amount of damage. I'd have been dead in no time. But his gun is so much less powerful than mine. His armor's so much weaker than mine. His gun does far less damage and has far less penetration. And yet, because it's faster and he has a turret, unlike mine, he was able to outmaneuver me and so outplay me. And that's what I think I wanted to show with this video. As I said, I just clumped it in with the other 82 video. I hope you like this one. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.